What is up, YouTube? Thank you for logging in today. Thank you for joining me for another video. Today is another handboarding video, obviously by the title. But it's not a trick tip video. It is 3 ways on how to get better at handboarding. It's just ways to hone your skill like quite a bit faster in that. I have a bunch of different ways I do this, so I'm going to probably split this into 2 videos to keep it shorter. I don't know when the other one's going to release, but it'll probably be pretty soon because the weather has been below 10 degrees for a while now. And today we're going to be going over 3 ways to get better at handboarding. So the first one is actually quite an easy concept, and it's challenges. And it's not trick challenges, it's not trying to learn a new trick, it's challenges to hone the tricks you already have. So I work a full-time job, which means 5 days a week, sometimes more. I'm in a mechanic shop and I work 8 to 11 hours. So usually when I get home from work I'm very tired and I want to take a nap. And I usually do, but almost every single day that I come home and I want to take a nap, I tell myself before I nap, I have to do a challenge. Something simplistic, or it depends on how tired I am actually. And this idea is to hone the tricks you already have. So say you guys are really good at pop shove-its. That's one of the only tricks you have consistent. And you get home from school, or you get home from work, and you're going to watch TV or you're going to do something else. Before you do any of that, grab your handboard and you say, today I want to do 5 pop shove-its in a row. Now at most it takes you 5 minutes, and you just do 5 pop shove-its in a row. And the next day you do 10. Usually I do 10. Well, it doesn't matter what the challenge is, usually it's the number 10. So one of the biggest ones I do if I'm really tired is 10 heel flips in a row. If I'm not that tired, I'll do 10 different flip tricks in a row. And that's just a way to continue like perfectly honing the tricks you already have. And it sounds so stupid, so simple, and now that is why it's number 1. But it does help out a lot. When I had first learned heel flips pretty decently on this handboard, I did this for weeks. Every day, 10 heel flips. Every day, 10 heel flips, fake heel flips, whatever. And I got it to the point where my heel flips are pretty decent. So I'm going to do 10 heel flips in a row. And we're going to continue on to number 2. So let's get 10. 10. So let's get into number 2. Number 2 is a way to get better at manuals. There's very few flip tricks I can't do into manuals, like nose manual or even regular manual. Just because after doing handboarding so long, I know where to put my hands so I can land in nose manual or manual. But one of the biggest issues I have, and I still have a lot of issues, is tapping. So doing like a kickflip into manual, and right when you land you do. And sometimes it's hard to catch that you did that. Or sometimes you'll just be rolling and you'll do that. And sometimes it's hard to catch that. So I do stationary manuals, and I always do the same line. I'm slowly getting into other lines, but I'm hoping that maybe this line could help you guys out. What I do is I ollie into manual, then I ollie into nose manual, I nollie back to manual, I shove it into manual, I shove it into nose manual, nollie shove into nose manual, nollie shove into manual, kickflip out. This one might take like a couple tries because there is a lot of things going on in it. But for you guys, if you just want to start off doing this, and pop shove it still is like your only good trick, so pop shove it into manual, nose manual, manual, nose manual, manual, nose manual. And you keep doing this back and forth without touching. And you slowly get really good at landing perfectly into manual. So I'm going to try to do this line, and if I do it first try I'll be surprised because it usually takes me 3, but we'll give it a try. Alright, so that took like 8 tries, sadly. Like I said, I've been stepping out of the box with it, so I haven't done that exact line in a little while. But, number 3. Number 3 is a very easy concept. But I do this roughly 4 times a week at least. And it is playing a fake game of skate. I did a video where I played against myself, but that's not what I'm talking about here. Most of you guys have access to the internet, especially if you're watching this. And, most of you can do it on your phone or a laptop. What I like to do is, at least 4 times a week, watch a game of skate. So whether it's from Braille, Andy Schrock, doesn't matter who, and if no one posts one, I might do it from just a barracks, like Battle of the Barracks. What I do is I play along, and I give myself mulligans and stuff like that. So 360s, unless I know I can do them, because I can only do a couple 360s, because handboards 360s are hard, I usually don't worry about those. And usually if it's a trick I don't know how to do, if the guy sets it, that means I have now 2 tries. The time he sets it, and the time the next guy tries it. So, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll play games of skate, and I'll see if I can beat professionals. So like, Eric Costa comes out and does a kickflip, and like Mike Moe tries to do it. When he goes to do it is when I try. And we'll see if I can win the game, or if I lose in the beginning. And it is a great, great way to hone your skill. So, watching these games of skate really, really does help out. And then in the sense of this, I do this with a couple different things. Sometimes I'll put on a video part, put a ledge in front of me, and whatever trick I see done that I think I can do, I'll hit pause and do it. So, but these games of skate really, really help you out, because if you're good at kickflips, then at least you know you got the kickflip. But then they do a big flip, and you're like, okay, well, I've never tried one. Let me see. Oh wait, I can big flip. And it teaches you a lot of new tricks, or it gets you close to a lot of new tricks. So you start off with a certain specific game, like the first ever Battle of the Barracks, where tricks were decently difficult. And then you go to like the last Battle of the Barracks, where the tricks were insanely difficult. And I do this quite a bit, actually, because it really helps me. And then if you go to play a friend in a handboard game of skate or something, you kind of lose all that nervousness, because you already know what tricks you're really good at and stuff like that. So it really helps to hone the skill and teach you some new tricks along the way. Now, I'm not saying you have to sit down and do this for hours upon hours upon hours, but if every night right before bed, or right when you got home from school after you finished your challenge, you put on one game of skate and you play along, you get halfway through it, well, you know, watch your progression there. Put on the same game of skate the next day and get 3/4 of the way through. And slowly work your way up until you're beating all the professionals. And it is a way to just practice and get a lot better on your own by using other people, if that makes sense. So I hope these tips do help you guys. I'm going to do another video soon on 3 more tips, but these are tips I use to help hone my skill about handboarding. I think I'm going to do 5 tricks on whatever obstacle I decide to end out this video. And as always, guys, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Have a great day. Make sure you guys represent Hangnail, and make sure you stay tuned for the bonus clip for a sneak peek at tomorrow's video. Carpetboarding! Woo!